I
Most
knew you were going to ask
animals.
me that. I don't want to talk about getting kicked.
We don't have to talk about you getting kicked, but you do have a fear of some animals. But you're like, I'm very proud of you because on the morning show you have been conquering a lot of your fears.
We didn't discuss this going into our
This,
sit down
no.
that you would be bombarding me with
I'm
these
bombarding
questions.
you with these questions here
Many
this
many
morning.
years ago, and it was my fault completely. I won't get into any of the details. I was kicked by a horse.
Where did you get kicked?
I don't like in the chest area.
Oh, okay.
And it was excruciating. Thankfully, it was a little horse. My fault completely. But I have a healthy appreciation. I just know not to walk behind a horse.
There you go.
And then there are the birds, and we'll save
That's
that
a
for
whole,
an entire
that's a
different
whole
day.
Another story.
Entire different
let's
day.
Talk about that.
I hope everyone's having a great day. What day is it? March 28th?
28th, yes.
28th. Wow, March flew by.
All right, do you want to hear? Let's hear
Friday
your
Funny.
Friday Funny.
This one comes from Lisa, one of
Okay.
our Fox 10 viewers,
All right.
Instagram follower, Leisa Lisa. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
What's the difference between a hippo and like a Zippo lighter? Or am I thinking too far into
no,
this?
yeah. Yeah.
No idea.
One is heavy and one is a little lighter.
Can I just walk off right now? No, that was good. That was funny. That's
Hey,
a good.
Lisa sent it in,
No, that was
so
a
you don't
good
want to
one.
be insulting Lisa.
No, not at all.
Okay, you guys, we have some housekeeping that we want to get to before we bring some guests in. We were talking earlier this week about the hiking laws, how they may potentially change. Parks and Recs had a big meeting Thursday, yesterday. And so they were talking about potentially changing some hours of these hiking restrictions when it gets really hot. And they're not going to do that. They're going to keep it 8 to 5. Is what we're being told. So we have Piestewa and Camelback that are included in these restrictions. That's what we have seen so far. And then what they have added now, few select trails at South Mountain will be joining Camelback and Piestewa. They're going to be closed 8 to 5 on any day that the National Weather Service issues an extreme heat warning.
Now, have you hiked a lot on South Mountain?
I've never hiked South Mountain.
I've only done it twice. It is beautiful, and there are so many beautiful hikes, but some of these are the really popular ones that we're talking about, including Mormon Trail, Holbert Trail, and Huapal Loop. I hope I'm saying that right. It's HAU''PAL Loop. So those are the three ones that they have kind of now added to the other popular ones like Camelback as well as Piestewa. So again, if there is any type of excessive heat warning out there, you're not going to be able to go hiking on those trails.
No, and we'll make sure to put all that up on our website as well. And good morning to everyone who is joining us. We have Louis Gonzalez. Good morning to you.
Is over there. I don't know if Simone, you have any idea, but the chat is not working. It's working here, like we're getting new chats, but it's not showing up on there. So I don't know if that's something you know how to do, Simone. You know what? This is our first week. This is only our
And
fourth show.
we don't have a producer
and our
today.
producer's not here. So you know what? This is really off the
But
rails.
we're going to
so
say we're going to say good morning to Linda, to Lisa. We've got Sherry in there. Sherry's asking if I did end up buying you any of those socks.
You know what? Anita was nice enough to ask, be like, do you want any of these? And I said, you know what? It's all right. I have a significant sock collection already. I don't need to add to it. But that was very nice of you to text me and
They were
ask.
only $3.50. I offered.
They're only $3.50?
Yeah,
I thought you said they were 15.
For two. 15 for two.
Oh, well, I should have taken you up on it.
Wow. I didn't really see anything that I thought was very Thai-like.
Yet.
All right, this is something new, and I think it's going to affect a lot of people.
Yeah, so a lot of people, were buying the EVs, especially during the pandemic. You weren't really working, you weren't going into the office, so an EV was kind of a great alternative if you're just kind of bopping around town. But there are some big changes, and a lot of people bought these EVs because you get that blue plate with the clouds, which means that you can go into the HOV lane.
Do you have to pay extra for that blue plate?
No, that comes with you buy an alternative fuel vehicle, including an electric vehicle. Hold on, there's electric, solar, hydrogen, or natural gas. So if you drive those types of vehicles.
So what is it from 7 until 9 and 3 until 6?
Something like that.
You can take that HOV lane if you're riding solo.
Yes. So it was kind of a benefit to folks that had EVs that they were able to jump in the HOV lane, especially during those the rush hours, because you doing traffic know how bad it can get on some of those mornings, and being able to jump in that EV lane was such a good opportunity for a lot of these, not the EV lanes, excuse me, the HOV lanes was so great for these EV drivers, a real benefit. But just yesterday, ADOT sent out an email to anybody that has those blue plates saying that September 30th, 2025 is going to be the last day that you are going to be allowed to have those alternative fuel vehicles go in those each HOV lanes unless the federal government extends the policy. So Congress...
You can use them, obviously, any other time, not during the rush hour time.
Of course, yeah. And if you have an extra person in your car, of course, you can drive it just like any other normal vehicle would be able to use the HOV lane. But that was the big perk for a lot of these EV drivers. So Congress ultimately will decide on what to do about the exemption. We spoke to ADOT. They said that the agency wanted to warn drivers before that possible rule change taking effect, and that's why they sent it out to all of the individuals that have one of those alternative fuel vehicles yesterday, saying, hey, look out for this. So we're going to be watching out for this as well, because I think a lot of people that, drive those alternative fuel vehicles and that have to work and, if they live in the East Valley, have to commute to the West Valley or vice versa, that was a great benefit.
You have an EV, right?
I do have an EV.
Are you mad about it? I mean, what are your thoughts? Because that was a good perk.
It was a great perk. And I do drive an EV, but you know what? I go to work so early in the morning. It doesn't really matter for me. But you know what? I think a lot of people might be a little peeved.
Well, chime in, folks, because we definitely want to hear from you. You're looking at video of the traffic, and traffic does get worse and worse and worse. And Linda says her chat is fine, so hopefully that is working for everyone. But if anyone on the chat this morning has an EV, let us know what your thoughts are about these new rule changes. October 1st, you're not going to be able to zip down solo in those HOV lanes during rush hour traffic.
You're going to have to find a friend.
And it has to be a real friend. You can't get one of those blow-up dummy dolls.
No.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work at all.
Another serious topic that can probably lead to a pretty fun discussion. Jeff is back. He's our 7 o'clock producer. He's also a former educator, teacher. So we wanted to bring you in to talk about the expertise. We're talking about absenteeism. That's a big problem in Arizona.
So Arizona Superintendent Tom Horn, as well as the Maricopa County Sheriff Jerry Sheridan, they are urging action as the school absenteeism, according to them, continues. They are calling for law enforcement and even the courts to respond to the growing problem of kids missing school. Now, I thought this stat was pretty interesting, you guys. 1 in 3 Arizona students are chronically absent. So what does that mean? That means that they miss 18 days or more of class in a school year. 18's a lot, Jeff.
What are some of the in a school year?
That is a lot. It's
and they said 1 in 3 students are doing that.
1 in 3? Wow. That's a lot. That is a lot as far as that many absences. I mean, I'll be honest, my kids are going to miss some days. It's like you can't avoid it. There's a lot of them. So one gets sick and it just goes and it goes around. So
or sometimes there are other things taking place. Obviously, sometimes just like with work, you're not always calling out sick because you have a sick day.
What are you saying, Anita?
That sometimes you just skip work, Ty. sometimes Ty texts me and says, "I just need a day off."
No, I've never done that.
He doesn't. I'm kidding,
Wow.
Steve. I'm kidding, Mike. I'm kidding, Mel.
Now
I'm
all
kidding.
the bosses are going to hear this. This is what happens when you join
No.
this podcast. We air all of our dirty laundry.
yes,
Yeah,
we are
but,
professionals.
I mean,
we promise.
The teachers notice. The
You
teachers
definitely
notice
notice. Oh,
when
yeah.
the kids are gone that much.
Here's a little thing. I've been thinking about this because we talked yesterday. He said, here's some of the topics we're going to discuss tomorrow. Now, I've been out of the classroom for 3 years now, going on 3 years now. And I will say the last year I was there, that was the second full year post-pandemic, if you will. So it was still a little hit and miss.
Slowly
a lot
coming
of
back.
craziness still
Yeah.
going on. And my whole thing is I think that as bad as that sounds, we've got to get through a transition period with all the kids that came to school in those early grades especially. This was their first introduction to school is pandemic. I can get up whenever I want, go get a snack, go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I had kids who would say, "Sorry, Mr. Hillerman, my sister or brother, I'm watching them while trying to do class."
You're saying that they're still in that mindset that I don't have to be present in a classroom, and so they don't come in. They don't come in, and they're saying that. I have to go back really quickly. Sherry says I drive a Prius, but don't ever want anything more EV than that. I want the backup of gas for my long desert drives, and they are long desert drives. I had to throw that in before I forgot. And sometimes the chat moves up. I know. Yeah. That's a topic for another day.
Jeff, I was going to ask real quick. I mean, you were an educator for quite a while.
Yep.
when you do have kids that are maybe more chronically absent in class, does that take more time from you as a
Absolutely.
teacher to
Yes.
keep them up to date with everything else that the kids are learning?
Right. It definitely makes the educator's job much harder because you always have to make note of who wasn't there that day, what they missed, and make sure you get that to them.
What they're not
The
learning.
good thing about the Google Classrooms in the pandemic was that you were posting everything there anyways. So it kind of helped during that period. And I know my son still use Google Classrooms, but yeah, it slows you down because you're hoping, like, for example, you had a day assignment just in class for that day. You got 25, 27 kids all turning in, but there's 2 or 3 that weren't there, and you'll get it a lot. So to the funner side of it, the funnier side of it.
Because there is a little bit of humor.
It's like, hey, you missed school yesterday. What's up? I just couldn't wake up in the morning. You're like, really?
You have.
And I'm looking at my sons at home right now who are watching this on YouTube, who, oh my gosh, I just couldn't get up this morning. That's not an excuse. That is not.
Your dad's
no.
calling
What
you
are
out right
some of
now.
the? Have you guys ditched? Have you ditched
Never
school?
ditched a day
My
of school
mom-
in my
okay, this
life.
is
I
the
haven't
first day that
either.
my
We're
mom was-
boring. We're so boring.
I ditched once in high school. It was not my idea. It was Ashley Kate Self's idea to
Who is
ditch.
Ashley Kate?
She was my friend.
Okay.
And we
bad
had
influence.
She was
Ashley.
a bad
Bad
influence. Yeah. Ashley Kate, wherever you are, keep tabs on where Ashley Kate is.
You ruined his perfect attendance.
Yes. Well, so we ditched and we went and had French toast.
Where?
Windy Ridge Cafe.
That's my
Delicious
And that's
cafe.
it. That's
Yeah,
what you
then-
did for the entire day.
No. We didn't ditch the whole day. We just missed the hour or the
Just that
class. We didn't like that class.
I would say that's being late. Ditching is when you don't show up.
Oh, the whole day?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you
What
want.
is your
I'm talking about
definition?
my definition of it would be bailing.
Don't show
You bailed
up.
the whole
I
day.
Oh, the whole day?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
no. I have never done that.
I guess you could say, like, I ditched English today. Absolutely. I'd love to hear stories from all of our viewers. Tell me if you ditched and what you did. I
grew up in a different era, so I had a bunch
totally.
of friends who. Where were you? They would just ditch out, and we're talking in the 90s, okay, folks, where it's like, oh man, I just ditched to go have a cigarette. And you're like,
I
okay.
thought you were-
I
I
thought
thought
you
you
were
were
talking about
sniffing
something
something
else. I'm like,
else.
we need to keep it clean.
I would ask these
Keep it
kids all the time,
clean.
I'm like, how are you not getting caught? I'm like, worry word over here. So, and I'm like, hey, I get a perfect attendance award at the end of the year if I don't miss any days. This is cool.
Oh, we like
And I wasn't a
awards here.
nerd. Don't let the glasses fool you. This is age. Okay. I just thought that was cool because it's like you don't get a lot of rewards just for being at school, but if
Yeah.
you show up every day, you get a reward.
Jeff,
Right,
we
we
have
got
to take a break.
5
We're glad- Okay, guess what, guys?
We are back. And
Mel
guess who
is
else is back? Mel,
boss.
she did such a good job yesterday. We're like, Mel, can we have you 2 days in a row?
Are you kidding me? She didn't give us a choice. She's like, you guys better put me back on.
Absolutely. Now that I've got a taste of this, it's like
It's fun, right?
The power.
It's fun. It's
Yes.
fun.
the power of a microphone.
Hold on. Can we go back real quick? Because we're
Please
talking
do.
about ditching, and some of these folks are
yes,
starting
look
to
at
comment
these.
here.
Okay.
Sherry says, "Oh yes, I can relate to that. LOL. But I grew up in the '60s. Sniff, sniff, cough, cough.
Oh.
I am still a hippie gal, except now without. Well, you know, good for her. I love that.
And then Linda says our third son had perfect attendance, K through 8.
Oh, wow.
Then got an award at 8th grade promotion awards. You raised some good kids,
You
Linda.
did, Linda.
you ever
That's
ditch?
impressive. Yeah, a little in high school.
You did?
Is your mom gonna see this?
She
Or is
might.
there what's it called when you have
She
like,
knows. She
after a
knows.
certain amount of time there's no judgment? What is that called? Like a statute of limitations.
Yeah,
there's a statute
we're
of
good.
limitations.
We're good.
Yeah.
It's over.
I
Yeah.
usually wouldn't like ditch an entire day. It would be like a class
See, I just ditched the one class.
here and there.
But I think it was Miss King's class, and Miss King's class was hard. And so
I
we're
never
like,
ditched. I was scared.
oh, see, if it was a hard class, I'd have to go.
oh, really?
You don't want to
Yeah,
miss.
because if my grades would start to drop, then my parents would know
Oh.
that something was up. So
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Lisa says her husband ditched and went surfing, and she ditched and would walk,
There you
and then
go.
go to the theater and watch movies all day long. That's a popular one.
That is a
I could
popular
see
one.
that.
So that's
I like
using your
that.
time well.
Yes.
I would just go sit at my friend's house.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
can
what
you tell the one story you said that you and your friend ditched a
Ditched.
class but just went into the bathroom?
Oh
No,
okay.
her
This
house.
was no, because this was
Oh,
like
there's another one.
This was like 5th grade.
Oh my god!
You were ditching in 5th grade.
Well, because you
Wow.
would change classes for some things, and I really didn't like the band teacher, and I
Okay.
played the clarinet, and I was
played
not.
the
I was not good at all. Like,
Okay.
it was not my thing. And so we went into the girls' bathroom and just stayed in the bathroom the entire class
Okay.
period. And it honestly would have been more fun to just go
Go
to
to
class,
class?
Yeah, maybe
instead
not.
of like.
Because after a while, you're like,
Well, then you're all worried like a teacher's gonna come
walk
in
in.
because
Yeah.
So,
You have to sit on the toilet with your feet up. So no one would see.
know.
We had college days my senior year, so you could actually take a day off to go tour college. And every other Friday, I'd be like, Dad, do you want to go look at this school? And he would take me. So, but
So
that
you
wasn't
got to-
really ditching.
No, because you kind of had like
Yeah.
an actual
Yeah.
excuse,
That's
right?
like going above and beyond for your future.
Well, you know, look at where I am now. No, I'm just kidding.
Top of the world. Top of the world.
All right, Ty has a quiz for
All
us.
right, so I was watching a show the other night, and the lady on the show said, you have to handle her with kit gloves. And I was like, that doesn't sound right.
KIT.
KIT gloves. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. So I looked it up, and she was wrong. And I was right. It's kid gloves. So then I thought, okay, so what are some of these other sayings that we hear all the time that maybe we are not getting correct? So I'm going to give you guys a quiz.
Okay.
I pulled up, I've got 6.
You're helping us be better people.
I'm helping you be better
And
people.
everyone at home, please play along, chime in, and help because I'm not good at this. Go ahead.
And if there's anybody that has another
Oh,
example
yeah,
of some of
give-
these things that people mispronounce or misuse all the time, like daylight savings, it's
It's
not
saving.
daylight savings.
It's saving.
It's daylight saving.
Turn signal, not turning signal.
I wrote daylight savings in scripts for years.
Oh.
I know.
Who finally schooled you?
I don't remember. I don't know if like we got an email like reminding everyone, hey, this is the
Not how
right
you
way.
do it?
Yeah.
But it's because it's how you say it.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
then there was
How you
there was
think?
another person that used to I knew that used to say Valentine's
Oh
Day.
no.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Come on,
oh
that's-
no.
yeah. Okay, all right.
Valentine's.
But these are okay. So how about this? Is it one fell swoop or one fail swoop or one full swoop?
Should we let the
Do-
audience chime in?
yeah. Does anyone and Linda, Sherry, Susan help us out here? Louie, you guys paying attention? I always thought it was one fell swoop.
Ding ding ding.
Oh,
You're
yay!
correct.
Okay.
And it means all at once, obviously. All right, this one, I have never really heard a lot of people say this one, but it's one of these. Down to the brass tacks, T-A-X, or T-A-C-K-S.
I don't know TAC.
It's tax.
T-A-X.
Like
no,
tax.
no.
Tax.
Like a thumbtack.
Like a thumbtack.
So
Thumbtack.
it means
okay.
the most fundamental considerations, essential realities.
Okay, I'm gonna chime in. Linda says Chester drawers.
Or
That's a
chest.
For
great
chest
one.
That
of
is a
drawers,
good one.
Linda, that is really good.
Yeah.
Chester drawers.
Chester drawers.
I've never heard that, but now I won't stop saying it.
All right, so it is down to the brass tacks, T-A-C-K-S. That one's kind of out in the woods. 'Cause
Okay,
I don't, okay.
we don't
How
use
about
that.
this one?
Mhm.
People say this one all the time. Nip it in the bud or nip it in the butt.
Bud.
It's bud, but I think, you know,
But
If you say,
sounds-
if you
it's a little more
sound,
fun.
nip
I was
it
going
in
to
the
say,
butt.
let me nip you in your butt.
Like when Ty took the picture with Vicky.
Yes.
Oh, you were
the
like
old
nipping her
Vicky.
in the butt.
We're going to get canceled. This show's going to be
No,
off the air.
It's clean.
by
It's
next
clean.
week. All right, yeah, but meaning suppress or destroy something at an early stage.
Craft services or craft services? I know the answer to that one.
Oh.
Well,
That's
Sherry,
like-
tell us.
I think
Is
our
it-
bosses should bring us some craft services.
I think it's
Oh.
singular, right?
I have no idea.
Craft
services?
service or craft service? I think craft service. I'm going to go with service.
All right, we're going to wait for that
Okay.
one. All right, okay, the next one. This one always trips me up. So this one I need to learn. For all intents and purposes or for all intensive purposes?
For all intensive purposes.
Oh, I think it's intent. Like you're intending to do
Yeah,
something.
see,
Okay.
that one always
Okay.
trips me up too. But it is for all intents and purposes. These are-
Intents and purposes?
Yeah.
Intent or intense?
For all
Intent.
intents.
Oh, yeah, you said it wrong. See, you
purposes.
mispronounced it. That's why I didn't
No,
get it
I
right.
didn't. Did I get it right? For all
No, I'm
intents and
kidding.
purposes.
It's right on the sheet.
Okay,
Yeah, it's right on
it's
the
right on the
sheet.
sheet. You know, I'm
Okay.
giving you a hard time.
These people are doing good here.
I
they are.
know. Wow. It's Bud. We're talking about smoke again, says Sherry.
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 Okay, Sherry.
We should have Sherry on
Yeah,
this
come on,
cast.
Sherry. Zoom in next time.
Okay,
All right.
Ty.
Last but not least, is it full? Oh, hold on. Is it foolproof or foolproof?
FOOL or FULL?
Yeah, which
I'm
one
going
is
with
it?
full, like you're a fool.
Yeah.
FOOL.
You're correct.
Okay.
That's another one. Certain to succeed in all eventualities, safe against the incompetence of a fool. This-
I'd love to know this. You know, the other one is music lyrics.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
these people mispronounce.
What is the song Blinded?
by the
light?
light?
Oh.
We had to look it up.
Yeah, there's some big ones. Do
Mhm.
any come to mind?
Ooh.
No. Okay.
No.
I bet our viewers know some.
I
Yeah,
know.
they do.
I know.
Yeah,
I
the,
bet
Chime
you
in.
come up
one
some
that
good ones.
comes off the top of my head is the remember the really popular
I should've-
Taylor Swift song.
Okay.
And she's like all the Starbucks lovers. I thought she was saying all the
Oh.
Starbucks lovers, but she says all the.
Star-crossed.
Star-crossed lovers.
But if you listen to the song, it sounds like she's saying all the
Okay.
Starbucks lovers, and I was like, are there a lot of lovers at Starbucks? IDK.
maybe.
Hey, maybe that's
Maybe that's where
for,
that's where you meet your lovers.
For a while, it was like grocery stores
Mhm.
were supposed to be the hot place, and then it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
home improvement stores.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
I
still
think
a
earlier
good
this year
one.
we were
Coffee
talking about how
shops.
Home Depot is like
Mhm.
Yeah.
the place, and now
Mhm.
maybe it's Starbucks.
Okay, hold on. So Sherry came back. It is single craft service.
I owned a craft
Oh.
service truck, but everybody always said services.
See, I didn't know that.
I didn't
okay.
either.
Wait, Sherry, did you work on like movies and TV shows? Because like craft service is used on those types of things, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Let us know. That'd be kind of cool.
Okay.
All right. Sherry says
Um,
these are fun. All right. Thanks. Well, maybe we'll do more
Thanks.
quizzes like this from now
Okay.
on.
We have a talker. Women sleep better with their dogs versus their husband.
That's how we brought
Okay.
you two on
Yeah.
to discuss
So,
this.
Mel, tell us who this beauty
Oh,
is.
look.
that is my little Louie.
Oh, tell us all about Louis.
He's handsome.
He is
Louis is
handsome.
very handsome. Louis is a boxer. He is about 5 years old.
Oh, sorry,
There's
wrong
a little
one.
shorty.
Yeah, but that's Louis. That's the
That's
one.
Louis sleeping in the bed.
Oh,
He's named after Louis the lumberjack because I'm a NAU grad.
yes, you
Oh.
are.
And so I love the school, and so
I love this photo.
we named him Louis the lumberjack.
That is a good.
He
He's a little love bug.
he is a love bug.
He is a total
so
love
clearly
bug. And
he's
he
allowed in
sleeps-
bed.
He is allowed to sleep in the bed. He's very good. He knows when like the bedspread is on. My husband is really good about making the bed every day.
Okay.
Go,
Um,
David.
Go
I know,
David.
I'm
Go
not.
David.
Shout out David.
Weekends it doesn't
Uh-huh.
get made because I sleep later than him. So he won't get on the bed unless the bedspread is off.
Oh
And
wow.
then
He knows.
he can get on the
Smart
bed.
dog.
So yeah.
Okay.
Here's little shorty, you guys.
Oh, look at
This
him.
is when we were visiting my parents, and he does sleep like a human in the bed. I don't know how he manages. Even he's almost blind. He's almost deaf. He's almost 18. But man, that dog is trucking along. He sleeps like that though. He'll get in under the covers, pop his little head out, and sleep on his side. And I don't think that dog has ever slept anywhere but our bed.
Really?
Aw.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have the?
I do.
the
So
article?
they surveyed about 1,000 U.S. women about pet ownership. 55% of the respondents said they shared their bed with at least one dog, and 31% said with at least one cat. That is almost the same amount who shared their bed with a human, which is 57%. Dog owners wake earlier than their cat owners. And they said compared with human bed partners, dogs who slept in their owner's bed were perceived to disturb sleep less. They were associated with stronger feelings of comfort and security. So these women are basically saying that they found that their pets were better bed partners than their human companions, and they were less disruptive. They just stayed asleep, and they offered that comfort and security.
Mel, would like to chime in here?
I think Louie's a little
Big?
to be.
Do you guys have a king size?
No, we have a queen bed.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Does
so,
he sleep in the middle of you two, or on the foot of the bed, or
well,
where's
see,
his?
this is the other problem. Louie moves around.
Oh.
And so he'll start like kind of in between us.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he'll go over to David's side. Sometimes he'll start moving over to my
He
side.
migrates. He's
Sometimes
a migrator.
he jumps off the bed and starts
Oh, yeah.
all around
I love
the
that,
bedroom.
yeah.
And so
You love that.
Well, you'll hear Shorty's little nails because now as he's getting older, he does a lot of that up and down as well. And he's little. We have a king size bed, but he's I don't want him to fall out, so we'll put him in his bed, and then you'll hear the little nails scratching, and he just wants to get in. A lot of people say Lisa says she sleeps with her tabby cat.
oh.
There you go.
Oh, where do we go from here? Is Todd Hatcher? They're talking about songs with lyrics.
Oh,
Yeah.
We got to write these down for maybe Monday. We can do this.
Yeah,
Hold on.
so we'll
I'm gonna
have
write this
to-
down. Where do we go from here? Who sings that, Todd?
Where do we go? From
Where-
My Lovely, is
Oh.
that right?
I don't know. Are we allowed to sing on the
I don't think so.
On the
Yeah, we
street.
have to be careful how much we're. This is why the boss is here.
The boss doesn't know.
because otherwise we'd be in really big trouble. But yeah, I think that you don't let your dogs in the bed.
No.
You're not a woman, but
No, but I'm also a major germaphobe. And I love my dogs to pieces. We've got Stuart and Myrtle, but they have some very nice dog beds on the floor.
Yeah. Louie's
That
not allowed under
doesn't
the
make
covers.
me a bad dog parent, you guys. They just
No.
they prefer their own space.
Well, my
especially Myrtle.
sister does not let her dog sleep in the bed because she says it shows the lack of dominance. And you have to make sure that,
I
you
see
want your
that.
dogs to
I see
behave.
that.
Mhm.
That. And so
Yeah, Husky
her
mom.
dog is not allowed to.
Husky mom says she sleeps with 1 husky and 4 cats. She does not need a heater for winter. And then Sherry Nevada Pup says I share my bed with 2 pups, 3 cats. They have their own room because she is allergic, so they can't sleep with her.
And then do we do Louie? He says my 2 chihuahuas sleep in bed
Oh, Louie,
Aw.
now you have my heart. Absolutely.
with me. All right.
Okay, you guys, weekend plans?
Well, we have 15 seconds left.
Oh.
Did you want to show us?
No.
I want to do a Friday yoga move because
Oh, okay.
Anita's
Okay.
into it.
All
We
right.
got
We can do that. You don't have